Hello, and welcome to JadeKind Gaming Presents the Observatory. My name is Bob, and this is the 92nd session of the 5th edition Shadow Kingdom 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I'm joined here as Austin as Mary, Beth as Jojo, Jasmine, Jamjar, Adam as Herr, Wolfgang, Ryan as Mother June, and Nick as Maribel. And we left off with Adam being Herr, Wolfgang being beaten unconscious, and Jojo being cuffed and led away.
No, I guess if we're being stabilized, I'll be handcuffed.
Oh, I thought you were checking something over there to make sure it was okay. You're actually dead. Unfortunate.
He's stabilized. Don't worry about it. He's
Don't
fine.
think about how itchy your nose is.
Itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose.
Remember, you can't scratch your nose right now because you're dead.
Stabilized. Unconscious.
Show must go on.
Yes. So, as you guys are doing that, what was everyone else doing?
I think they were last in the day.
Okay, so
yeah, I think they were last.
Going to sleep. You doing any nighttime shenanigans? No. Okay. So you guys awake.
Wasn't I on my way to traveling to the Temple District?
That would be nighttime. Well, that would be
No,
daytime.
that would be daytime activities. So when they all said, actually, we all did our day already, you actually hadn't.
I hadn't. No, I forgot.
Okay.
All about it. I'm
Well-
like, wait a minute. No, I was on my way to the Temple District. It's just like super far away.
You had
Okay.
things to do? That's wild.
So you're in the Temple District after time has
Brian
passed
gave him
over.
an errand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I imagine there's like temples here.
there are temples.
Do they have pamphlets?
Sure.
Then I just go and collect pamphlets
Okay.
like a souvenir. I'm a tourist.
I like pamphlets.
No, he's trying to figure out the next
Just
religion that he wants
go
to try
there
out.
like, let's see, what is this one? Yeah, I already got this one. Do you have a card that I can get stamped? Do I get a free donut for visiting all the temples?
They should just give out
Just
free
the stamp
donuts
rally.
on
You get
ceremony. On service days.
Christ checks, like the little.
Yeah, yeah.
You get crackers.
Little cracker.
I don't know what they taste like. I assume not good.
Like flesh and blood.
Weird, but alright. Okay.
Well, good thing I did this. Clearly, nobody else could have.
It was borderline impossible. Okay, so you just go around and collect things.
I mean, yeah, if they're just here. Unless there's like a temple that specifically doesn't have one.
Well, there's, like, the temple you guys went to with the goddess of Field. What was her name?
I don't think she was given one.
Yeah, she wasn't... No, she was given... Oh, I have to look through everything again. Boo. There's like a couple gods that are not there. Most noticeably... Oh, yeah, Chantea, yeah. Goddess of agriculture.
Of course.
I can't
So you get...
Oh yeah, she's here. On mine.
Yeah, I thought so.
Certain religions who have their own main temples not in this district.
Because we have the other Hearth and Home back in the Red Horse District.
Well, it's probably like a branch.
Yeah, that was a branch. This is like kind of main district. So you get Chanzea, Azul, Denier.
A whole bunch of them, huh? If you're looking at Forgotten Realms list, there's over 100.
I am not.
Oh my god,
Lyra.
that body's wiggling.
I'll go with Lyra. That's a good one. Nope. Yeah, that one. Lyra. Merkul. God of Death.
Ah, we're in Murkul's age. Not Kelmvor yet.
Joaquin. Goddess of Trade.
Pretty legit.
Umbrine, Goddess of the Sea.
Not just goddess.
Yeah. Oh, Umberly.
Umberly, she's got a special title.
Neat. Tyr, God of Justice.
She's the queen bitch of the sea. because she will fuck you up. Seriously, just because she wasn't feeling it that day.
It's like, I don't know, besides him just
Like
randomly
the sea.
picking.
Yeah, the sea. The sea is not your friend.
Beshma? Beshaba?
Bashaba.
Bashaba.
It's like, no, we already have that death god, so we
It's
probably
like
won't
he's
have
made a
any
list
jobs.
and he never bothered to pronounce out loud any of the weird names.
Yeah, it's almost exactly like that. What a weird thing that happened.
Just pulling people from Forgotten Realms. Stuff them in there.
Yeah, it's just random lists of gods. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Put them in the bag.
Yeah, Forgotten Realms has plenty.
Which is funny because my god's from Greyhawk.
Yeah, old
You
Greyhawk.
picked it.
Yeah, old Greyhawk.
Don't start with me. That's not funny. You picked it.
It's kind of funny.
Does that mean Pyrometheus has a temple?
Pyrome.
Nah, he's like, isn't he evil?
Yeah, he's an apocalyptic death and fire and poison god.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I
he's
didn't know if-
probably not here.
I didn't know if the temple district had evil deities.
They do. Some of the deities that I've listed are evil.
Yeah, but they're probably like lawful evil.
No. The goddess of
Of misfortune.
the queen bitch of the sea is chaotic evil.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, but they're a port city. You gotta worship her anyways.
welcome to the
It's
North
more
City.
of a please have mercy on us.
Specifically, that's what she gets. That's what she likes.
It's like, this is what I'm cultivating.
She understands that you don't like her. She knows. She wants you to be afraid. She wants you to beg, and she wants to occasionally not give it to you anyway. It's like beg for mercy. Sometimes I'll give it to you. Sometimes I won't.
Welcome to the ocean.
I really like when you beg and I tell you no.
Okay, so there actually is a shrine to Pyrometheus, or whatever the heck, however you pronounce it.
Pyromeus.
Pyromeus.
Yes.
Yes, I am doing this phonetically, and you guys can absolutely screw.
We don't
right
get to
off.
see your notes.
Pyromeus. And
I see that in there with the spaces and everything.
Yeah, he's a god of fire, poison, and apocalyptic death of everything.
poison and apocalypse. Okay.
Specifically, the sole god of assassins, fire, poison, and murder.
Yeah. For some reason, Ryan decided to destroy my nice little thing and completely rearrange my campaign because he's like, I want to do this thing, and I just went, okay.
I mean, so you brought it on yourself.
No, 100% did. So, there's like 9 here, and there's a small shrine to Chagati or whatever her name is.
Chandra.
Santri?
Shantea.
Shantea.
Yeah. With
Which
confidence,
is, it's
just wrong.
Sean T.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Shantea. It's Sean-T. Sean T.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
And you can...
Shanti, sister of Ice Tea.
Yeah, Sean T. Gods or whatever is what I'm going to call this.
She also the longest running character in Law and Order.
I've never seen Law and Order.
Well, Ice Tea's in it.
Oh, is it?
Yes. For like the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Is
I think
he
he was-
some nature of musician, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rapper in...
Oh, so no, not a musician.
Hey, he did a really good metal album. He did a great cover of a song called Institution. It's really good.
Well, metal's not very good either. Okay, so yeah. There you go. There's the 10 deities that exist within this world.
Okay. Neat. I take that information and leave. That's a day's good work.
Okay.
Hey, it's more information than us as players
So
have
Pyrex
had.
just has like a shrine, not like a church.
There's a building. There's not really much going on in there. It's kind of bare bones. Not literal bones.
Okay.
Not literal bones. You're dead.
Stabilized.
But even
Sometimes
God
my
of
husband.
murderers, it could have very well been bare bones.
Yeah, who knows, man? You never know.
It's you walk in and there's mainly a brazier. that has like detritus and things thrown in it, like people sacrificed it to the fire.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, do you make a? Are you Steve Buscemi, or who are you?
Old her.
Okay,
I'm wearing her face.
that's okay.
Well, her old face.
Yeah.
Her new face is kind of big.
And tall.
Yeah, but you can't tell that on the face. You can just tell it's kind of outsized.
I was cute once upon a time. Now I'm
Yeah.
tall and hot, but that's a different thing.
I was cute. Now I'm just hot.
No.
Your self-esteem firmly in place.
Suffering from success.
JoJo isn't insecure about herself.
JoJo's like very secure and super sure with her. Like, get out of my way. I have 12 wisdom. I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, my wisdom's 16. I act way more dumb than I should.
No, you.
My
So-
intelligence is 12. My wisdom is 16.
All right.
But no, I did my job. I go back with this information.
Okay. You
that,
do
we,
anything?
that we could not have sent some random gopher to go do.
Or ask probably anyone in the bar. We could probably ask Spartacus, hey, what are the gods here?
Okay, so you get, as you're going back, let's see here. Yeah, there's my listing. Are you doing the, like,
No.
actively perceiving, or are you just running on passives?
Passives?
Okay.
Are you
I'm not
flying?
expecting trouble.
What's your passive?
12? 12 plus 2.
Okay. Let me get my dice.
So yeah, just up and flying.
Yep, okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
Well, he would have told me if it wasn't.
Yeah. So, buttons. You make it back to
Yeah.
Red Horse. I assume that's where you're going.
Yeah, it's the end of the day.
Okay. So, now you do anything else over
Because
there?
it's like an 8-hour round trip.
It's half that with broom, or your flight speed, I guess.
So it's only a 4-hour round trip.
Yeah, how fast do you fly?
Walking speed. My flight is not any faster than...
So it's 30, but you're going in a straight line, so
Yeah.
it's like 1.2.
As the crow flies.
It's like 1.5 times faster. So like a 6-hour round trip.
Yeah. So we run out the middle with like an hour in there for the work, and then an hour when I get back because I deserve a break.
After all that
That's
hard work.
that's a full day's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you physically basically walked 6 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
My back muscles are super well defined.
mhm.
Okay, so
Enter the only bar in the district and have a drink.
okay, so nothing else for the day.
Nope.
Okay, so next day.
So a stable creature regains a hit point after D4 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to roll to see when you wake up?
4 hours after I was knocked out.
Okay. So
Which would at least let me see where I am in the
Are
middle
we
of the night.
Yeah, but I want to see where I'm at in the middle of the night,
I'm
too.
just making sure the rest of them are
Yeah.
asleep.
Just wakes up. Who is it? Spoof. Back
Okay,
up.
so you are led back to the Cleaners Guild, the place that you are very familiar with.
Oh no. Is Jack Beatham going to be disappointed in me?
That you murdered your coworker.
I didn't murder her. I was brainwashed.
Oh.
So you're led back, and Jack, who was doing paperwork when they came in, one of them, like, you're not led into the office. You're led away into a different section that you hadn't been into yet, and you're put into a room.
Are we together?
No, he is. His body is led away elsewhere. So after about 25 to 30 minutes, Jack comes into the room and takes your handcuffs and like has them like on the table into a ring on the table. So you're not uncomfortable anymore, but you are secured to a table. And he sits down, and there's enough room for you to, like, drink something, and he puts a hot chocolate in front of you. You being very vocal about your preferences. And he sits down and goes, so, walk me through your day.
Well, so Allie and I, we were going about our thing, and checking the traps and the drains, and just, you know, checking for things, and this wizard guy, this guy comes with like a whole thing of skeletons, and like and just starts like coming to attack, and I know we're supposed to run, but I've done some fighting, so I was gonna try and help Allie. I know I was supposed to run, and then he brainwashed me, and the next thing I knew, I was stabbing her, and then I was told to follow him, and then we kept going, and I was told to hide. And then we were confronted by two more guys, because the guy's so loud. He was so loud. The bones and the rattling, of course they were gonna be found. And I was told to hide at first, and then he was losing, and I got a mental command in my mind to start attacking and trying to help him, cause he needed help, and then he was down, and I suddenly was like freed of the control.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Do I get advantage because I was so compelling?
No,
You
you're rolling
don't
straight.
get disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, I have to pick the correct dice. Okay.
Like, everything that would give you advantage, it isn't really there.
22.
How much is it?
22.
Well,
Okay.
they're good.
So he goes, okay, I'm gonna write it out, and you're gonna sign it after you read it to make sure that everything is correct. This is going to go further, so at this point I'm going to encourage you, if you have a lawyer that we need to contact for you, you need to get your lawyer here. This is bad. You are in a serious amount of trouble. It might not be permanent. If everything you say here is true, you will be fine. But this is going to be an ongoing investigation. You need to get a lawyer here, if you have one.
Okay.
Do you have a lawyer that I can contact for you?
Yes. It's Steve.
Steve, okay. I'm just curious if you actually know the guy's name.
Yeah, but Steve, right?
It is Steve. We don't know his last name.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, no, I'm sure the characters do. I mean us.
McQueen.
I
It's
know
McQueen.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I know.
You didn't know it was McQueen?
no.
Steve.
That's kind of like the whole joke.
And he also has probably given you a business card because he
Steve,
gives them.
can I, if I can do I have the ability to like look in my bag? I know I have his card. I always forget his last name.
I can look through your stuff. It's fine. I
Okay.
can go find it.
Okay.
Are you okay with me going through your stuff to find the card?
Yes.
Okay. Drink your hot chocolate. I'll get contact with him. Here's your statement. It is written up as you stated it. Go ahead and give that a sign.
I'll sign it right now, and then I'll take my hands are shaking, and a sip of hot chocolate.
You can insight check him as well.
I want to insight check him. I'm not great at it.
You got
15.
You look at him, and there's shadows of doubt on his face. Like, he's not sold on your entire story. There's holes that are bugging him, but at the same time, they're not bugging him enough not to try and help you. Like, he legitimately thinks, okay, she might just be freaking out, but something smells off here, but it is his job to protect his people, which you are one of, which is why he has taken the time to make sure that you have a lawyer.
And then I would have his card. I don't have it written down, but I would have his card if he gave me a card.
Yeah. He tends to give people cards.
And JoJo's the I don't throw things away. I just shove them further in my bag kind of girl.
Yeah. Is there incriminating things in your bag? Like, did you pick up Allie's armor and weapons?
No, I did not take.
I dragged all of that away.
Okay, good.
I did not take anything from her. I would have. I don't think they would be
Just
in
a
my bag.
suspicious amount of pastries.
Yeah, just a suspicious amount of pastries. Some clothes that don't fit anymore.
That's fine. You can have weird clothes that don't fit. He is not inspecting your clothing, but he would be if there's anything that would be a blaringly this is a weird thing for people to have.
Yeah, no, because I don't wear armor, so there's no armor. I don't carry around my great clubs typically. I pretty much just have my sunblade on me. I have them written down, but canonically she doesn't have great clubs strapped to her hips.
That's not really.
Yeah.
That's not suspicious.
Right.
You having a very well decorated handle axe is not a weird thing for a barbarian to have.
Right. So it's really just the long sword, and then I guess my tossing axe. I have my hand axe on me.
Okay. So you're obviously disarmed at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's you. You wake up in a familiar setting to you, kind of comforting. It's a medical suite, and you're chained to the bed. You do not have access to you're naked. You're a naked boy. Like you just have like a gown, basically, and you are like restrained.
What kind of surface am I on?
It's metal.
Let's see if I can get a space and knock.
Yeah, you can knock on the table. Someone comes in, walks over, like lifts your eye, shines lights in it, is doing like a medical check on you now that you're awake.
Hello.
Oh.
They're wearing like full medical garb, mask, that whole thing. So you just see a large eyes looking down at you from behind spectacles as they're going through all of your things, checking your pulse and all that sort. Is your eye on your chest like a physical thing that's there all the time, or does it manifest?
It was a physical thing that is there all the time, but it's hidden inside the Richter.
Okay, right. Okay. So they're not immediately wildly creeped out by your personage.
Nah, he's a handsome boy.
So they're not. They don't say anything to you, and then they just kind of leave.
Are you sending someone else? They cut out your tongue.
They just don't talk.
Knock again.
At this point, there's no response to your knocking.
Can I hear his knocking from wherever I am?
No, probably not.
Okay.
So, it's been about a couple hours since your interrogation, and Steve walks into the room and sits down. He goes, "Okay, some things for you to remember. Don't answer questions unless I tell you it's okay. You don't have a right to remain silent in this situation. You're going to have to answer questions, but let me do a lot of the talking for you. As I understand it," he picks up your thing and reads it and goes, "Okay, this looks good. Usually we don't sign things without lawyers present."
I felt like I was supposed to.
Hey, you read it first. That's an improvement.
I was supposed to read it and then sign it. I didn't know I was supposed to wait for my lawyer. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. This is a relatively innocent document, so if there's some nature of physical evidence that backs up a lot of this, that would be good. So they're going to continue questioning you, and you have to figure out how we're doing this.
they know I've said that I have a secondary job.
1 second, I got an idea. He opens up his case, he takes these out, and he puts a ring on your head and a ring on his head. And he's now talking to you telepathically.
Okay.
They're very short range.
Okay. So I've said that I have another job, but I've not said with who. Basically Wolfgang found us in the sewers. I've been working here trying to get intel on the Tralena Lent gal. Because we are thinking that she's the one that we're trying to get for the influence. And so I was trying to get inside knowledge. Was trying to go about it honestly, but when Wolfgang found me, I couldn't murder our own people. I was supposed to run. I probably should have just run. But also the person that was with me wasn't doing what I wanted them to do, and she was kind of annoying me, and so we killed her. And Wolfgang dragged her body off with some of the skeletons.
So the body's gone.
Body's gone.
Okay, good.
Body's gone. Wolfgang took care of that with some of the skeletons. Then we were going to continue to look for signs of the dragon, Tralena Lent, and then we came across the two guys. And Wolfgang, can't hide. I was hiding pretty good. But then he was just getting fucking destroyed. And there was an assassin. I kept trying to find the assassin. I couldn't find the assassin because I know that they were like two together. I should have just ganged up with him and stuck with the whole thing. But I waited to start attacking. I feel like that's where I went wrong with my whole mind control thing. So I told them that I was mind controlled to stay silent. Until then I felt like I had to try and not let Wolfgang die. I mean, these are... So I kind of panicked. I did not make my best decisions. And I've just been claiming mind control the entire time.
Okay, we're going to stick on that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just let me fight for you.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
No problem. And we're going to have to, and he takes those off and goes, they're very short range, so they're not useful in a lot of things, but they are very useful for this. Okay. Deep breath. You'll be fine. Croissant. Puts the croissant in front of you.
The hot chocolate's been gone.
Yeah.
Nobody saw you kill the centaur girl. They only saw you attack
Right.
one person.
Right.
You admitted to killing the centaur girl.
Oh. I was mind controlled into it.
Yes, but that's the point. Is you
I didn't have to say
the first step of lying is lie as little as possible.
Well, technically
that was less lying.
Or you could have just omitted the whole thing. You didn't have to make sure to know.
Okay, so
Nobody would have known.
Wolfgang.
I'm assuming I don't have enough movement in hands to do some acts.
Cast, no.
Correct.
You're being prevented.
Yeah.
They're aware that you are a caster.
I mean, I guess I'm going to attempt, at least. I mean, do I feel like anyone's going to come in here tonight?
Are you doing this immediately after your checkup?
I mean, I'm a patient guy.
I just need to know the timeline.
Okay. I have a 20 that I'm sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like I might get to talk to someone, I would rather save it. But if we get to the point in the night where it's going to roll over and go away, I'd rather use it to try and do whatever to slide out my restraint.
It goes away at long rest.
Okay.
Not at the next
so
morning.
I will. Yeah. So I will.
So you have an option of like risking an exhaustion level to try to muscle your way.
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna probably be up a little bit. I've just gotten 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
It's gotten.
Not long rest though. That's
Nope.
unconsciousness. They don't count unconsciousness. Sleep.
I know. Yeah, so it wouldn't go away, obviously.
Yeah.
But I am going to give a little bit of time to see if anyone else is coming before answering with that.
Probably about 45 minutes later, someone else comes in, let in with the doctor, and they're come over and they touch you and begins healing. No, I won't do that to you. It's really funny, but I won't. There's a healing spell that causes you to fall asleep.
I mean, you do what you do, man.
And the person who heals you pulls out a piece of paper and looks at it and says, "You have been detained by the Cleaners Guild for criminal actions. You will be healed up to a reasonable level and then questioned in the morning. Do you understand what is going to happen?" Like, they're reading verbatim from a piece of paper, basically.
Will I be questioned by Tralena Lent?
Do you understand what I have told you?
In Dwarvish. I don't speak common.
I love this.
You just spoke common, my friend.
That's the
I know.
joke.
I know.
That's the point.
Looks down at you in Dwarvish and goes, "Do you need me to repeat it?"
I mean, technically not in Dwarvish.
Okay. So they repeat it in Dwarvish anyways. Do you understand?
I replied common. Yes, I understand.
Excellent.
Should have said no.
9.
You could have claimed, like, incompetence.
I'm not good at incompetence.
You crap yourself and be incontinent.
I didn't know.
I'm glad somebody got that joke. I'm glad you. That was a good poop joke. As far as poop jokes, that was class.
So what happened? It's just like I had explosive skeleton Rhea. I just couldn't help myself.
Oh gosh.
So, you have also been stripped of your goods, obviously. Are you? So they leave, and they say you. Will
Do
not,
they heal me an amount?
They heal you about halfway. So
39.
you kind of get the idea that you probably aren't going to be talked to again until the morning.
I will try to slip out of my restraints.
Using...
I'm assuming some sort of skill.
Perfect. Using a skill.
I don't know. Would that be... I mean, it's not going to be what I'm good at.
Like, they don't have escape artist as a thing anymore.
Yeah, would it either be...
relegated to acrobatics.
Acrobatics or sleight of hand or...
Yeah, sleight of hand's still there.
See if it tells us in this book. It might.
Slipping manacles is an interesting one.
It's like, I know they do tell you how to get out of ropes, being either strength or acrobatics check.
Yeah, I just don't know if manacles are that.
I would presume the same, but a higher DC, because it's...
You just smack your hands until they're broken and can squint through.
Most importantly, those poor dogs being tortured terribly.
Yes, the people upstairs, I'm fairly certain, do torture their dogs. It's
Requires a successful DC 20 dexterity check.
Yeah, it just says in manacles.
Yeah. Or 20 strength check.
So I can't break them, but I could slip out of them.
Because you're -1.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll to...
I'm gonna
slip
roll
your
a 20.
manacles. Oh, would you look at that?
As you just dislocate your own thumbs.
You're like, good, I'm healed now.
This would have knocked me out before.
Yeah, as you take the damage. Okay, so you are out of your manacles and in the room.
Yeah, which I'm sure has a guard right outside the door. But that gives me a lot more options here.
You don't have any of your casting supplies.
But I do have the ability to move my hands now and to speak.
Yes.
Do both. You just have to find a spell that has no focus requirement.
There's plenty of.
Yeah, there are.
Meteor storm.
Yeah, just a straight dex check. That is a little brutal.
Yeah.
But I guess it should be.
Don't have that.
What all is in the room?
There's a metal table that is bolted to the floor.
Are there any medical tools or things?
There's
that any...
no tools.
anything?
There's a sink, so you have access to running water. There's a bathroom, so there's like a toilet. It's fairly clean, fairly well lit with recessed lighting that is behind reinforced something or another.
Yep. I'm assuming all solid walls. Guessing still probably underground somewhere in the security owned by the
All
guild.
solid walls, no windows. Just you and me and my guards.
That's the thing.
Kill self. If you're dead, we can get your body and we can resurrect you, or turn you into a zombie.
It'd be hilarious if you come back and we just raise you. It's like, you got raised dead yet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
It's like,
free.
well, she's free. I'm talking about him. If
He
we
would,
could do,
he would cost money.
yeah, he would
That's
cost
important
money,
to
but
remember, Jojo. You can always just kill yourself. Dodge all your responsibilities. We'll
They
bring
don't
you-
call it the easy way out for nothing.
yeah, we'll bring you back in a week when the heat's died down.
My day, I don't think that's until level 10.
no, the raise thing is as soon as you get the
Really?
yeah. It's the fun thing, so you can just charge
Oh
in.
yeah, you get that at 3.
Okay.
Well, I guess step one now is go sit in the toilet, and I wait an hour. I'm gonna short rest.
Okay.
Do I get a short rest in?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Roll those hit dice.
Yeah, level 3. No cost.
So it's 5, 10.
Is a wizard really a D8?
Oh no, I'm D6s. I read 78 there.
I was like, I thought a wizard was.
I'm gonna keep my first 2 because they're 1s, and I could have easily rolled that on my D6.
I'm inclined to let you re-roll them because you rolled the wrong dice, but if you insist.
He's got too much pride in the integrity of his dice.
No.
Also, he has like 4 con, so he's still doing pretty well.
Yeah.
He is a beefy boy.
Oh, one of the fun things I learned along with the Senator not being able to be turned into undead, I could also not reincarnate them because they are not humanoid.
Okay, 6 of dice, and I'm back up to full.
But I do not believe Ray's Dead has the humanoid moniker.
Dead creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's got time limit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta have, like, some of the body.
Yeah.
No strand of hair resurrections.
Today, at short rest, recover half level expense. both sides
Reincarnate
tax.
can do
Yeah,
that,
not
though.
yet.
Half level.
We think he's
So
dead. All
level
that's left is this
4,
piece
so I can get one of my
hair.
level
It's like
4
reincarnate.
left.
He ain't dead. If he was dead, we'd have some creature here.
Unless they said no. Evidently, in the new version, they don't get to say no. Or at least it's not part of the wording.
No, you're coming back.
Yeah, it's like the new version doesn't mention just come back as an adult body.
You're a baby. Boom.
Either that or you're as old as you were before.
Okay, so besides hit dice, is there anything else you're doing in your short rest?
Yeah, I'm arcane recovery to get an extra 4th level spot back.
Okay.
And... okay, there's not going to be any bat fur in here. Is there any tiny non-magical object. I would prefer a thing like a coin, but if there's a bit of small rock or something...
It seems to be a fairly well cared for room. There's taps for the sink.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that you might be able to destroy.
Yeah.
Water's an object.
Is it though?
That's not going to count for this.
For
Wait, never mind. I
object?
forgot I didn't have it prepared anyways.
Oh, yeah. You can totally animate water, right?
He's thinking about Tiny Servant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have it prepared. I have the card
I
flipped
thought it was
the way that
animate
it...
object, not tiny servant.
He could get one of the bolts out of the table.
Okay, I can detect thoughts, so I go near the door. And I will cast Detect Thoughts. For the duration, concentration, you can sense the presence... Nope, that's reading magic. Where is Detect Thoughts? Do I have the card? There it is. Concentration up to 1 minute. And requires material. What is the material? A copper piece. Are any of the hardware copper? If I unscrew or break off.
I'll let you search for it.
Alright, what is that? Investigate?
Yeah, you can investigate and see if there's copper pieces for you to rip apart.
Investigation.
It's gonna be so high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
isn't it a copper piece? Like a piece, not a piece of copper, but a coin?
It says
The wording is a copper piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
as a
intended
gold
to.
piece.
It's intended to be.
It's a penny for your thoughts. Is the
okay.
point.
I mean, on this, it's
I'll-
all lowercase, so.
Listen, we'll do another like arcane check to use
I could-
non-traditional materials, but I'll let you try.
But for investigation, let's see, it's an 18, and then I get a bonus of 4, 8, 13, 31 to find it.
You find a piece of copper. Now, to cast the spell, go ahead and do an arcane check for a copper piece.
Another 18.
Okay.
Oh, good. Well, I haven't even added Arcana. But
Yeah, but your arcana is
27.
27. Okay, yeah. I mean, it was a DC 25 to use, like, off, like, not what you actually need, but you're, like, close enough.
So,
A small child would believe you. So we'll
You
make
convinced magic with argument.
it work. You just
for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast the spell as your action each turn till the spell's end, you can focus your mind on any one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, the creature you choose. So I need the see page 231 for that other use of it.
Yeah, because
I'm just sensing.
you can see, so we'll have to.
Well, there's more.
Yeah, I
231.
assume it lets you do things besides line of sight, 'cause that'd be dumb.
Yeah. Here, you can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you
Okay,
cast the spell, or as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. Spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you. You can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower, or one that doesn't speak any language.
Okay. So,
Once you detect the presence of a creature this way, you can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration as described above.
Okay. So, as you twist your own mind and your belief and your understanding of magic to make this thing that has at least a copper's worth of copper.
This is
So
the value of
it
copper.
has intrinsic value of a copper. It is a copper piece. You could probably train it for someone's thoughts. And as you force your mind through a weird step process, your thoughts, your detection of thoughts expands out into the full range as you cast the spell. And you do detect a person outside of the door who... does it have surface level and non-surface level thoughts?
So then, once I've detected that, so that's an action of my minute.
So yeah, you can do 6 things basically.
Yeah.
So that's one of the
You
6.
initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action to turn on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check, and if it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay. So just surface thoughts?
Yeah, at this point, just surface thoughts.
So it's, just kind of over there, big chillin'. Let's see if I can find this. I have something for this.
And I only sense within that 30 feet 1 creature.
Yeah, you sense 1 creature, and you just kind of hear a little, well, there was a unicorn out on the farm with a glittery mane and sparkly charm. As you hear a version of the unicorn cheese song, as he's kind of
I walk back over near my table.
humming to himself. It seems like he's passing time.
I walk back over near where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I need to use the toilet.
Are you still reading surface thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
So he just goes, I hate that freaking song. Okay. So he goes down.
Crouch down so he's not going to immediately see me standing if he does open the door.
You hear him go, I gotta go tell him. So he wanders a little bit off, kind of outside of your range, and you feel...
I go and I try and see if the door is, assuming it's locked, but...
It is locked.
Yeah.
So you feel it move outside of your range of influence, and then 2 heads come back in. 2 thinking things come back in.
Okay.
They got a roll.
I try and check thoughts of the other.
Yeah, that's no roll. That's just the other one just says, I was really enjoying that book, but once we get this person using the toilet, I can go back to it.
I go sit on the toilet.
So
Figured it out.
the door opens.
Do I want to do anything?
You see, before you make that decision, you do see a large, dark-skinned man wearing armor and carrying a flail. Who's the one who had the unicorn song stuck in his head.
Mm-hmm. Do I see the other person?
The other person is remaining in the hallway.
Okay.
And the man with the flail stops at the door.
Bull rush.
Invisible.
Heat metal.
It's like
Definitely not prepared, and then that requires me to have gum Arabic.
Really? Heat metal's gum Arabic?
No,
No,
invisibility. I
invisible,
don't have
no.
heat metal prepared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to dodge all the weird stuff when you just have your focus.
Yeah.
You should have sewn one into your stomach. Then
Next time.
you could have dug it out.
Oh, heat metal's a piece of iron and a flame.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a moment, see what he does.
He looks at you and goes, I guess you've gotten out of your restraints.
As no one responded, I had to go.
I responded.
It took a while.
Well, we'll just add the second barrier then, shall we?
Very well.
As he steps back and pushes a button, and a portcullis falls that has a slot in it for like hands to be put through.
I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna call it a night. I do try and at least see what's outside that door while I'm...
You see a wall, like a stone wall behind him.
Mm-hmm. Does this definitely seem like I'm down in the sewers somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'll give up. And I will take my long rest and hope for better rolls tomorrow.
Okay.
You had a mace?
Flail.
Flail.
You can't change out your spells, but they do come back.
Yeah, that's how wizards work.
Yeah.
You can't swap them because you need your spell book to swap them.
Yeah, but you will get them after your long rest. Yeah. Okay.
I think officially I don't need things to alter self, so if I wanted to, do I not have any of the ones? Because my other self has... what do I got?
Good point. Turn back into
Both of those I already have prepared. But I do have Wolfgang has two of them
back
like
into Wolfgang and be like,
etched
some
into
man
his
took
flesh.
me off the street and put me in here. Switch
if
places.
it lasted long enough.
Yeah, switch places.
But no.
Okay, so as that shenanigan is going on, you were sitting there for like another hour or so, and Steve was just kind of waiting with you.
Jojo is like physically antsy,
like
wiggling and
like just ching 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 ching, ching like doing annoying things. And
she
Steve
can't
is
help
just
it.
sitting there like this. It's like Molly all over again.
Molly's the best. I really wish Molly was around. She's really cool.
So
It's really weird that she's not around though.
after a while,
Probably could have hit better if she was.
so this is like several hours after you've been brought back. Like it quite some time has passed, almost 5 hours. The door,
At some point, she's just gonna start zoning out.
the door opens and a large figure with horns walks in through the door as a about 7 foot tall female minotaur walks into the room. She comes over and sits down and goes, "You're really disrupting my investigations. But I suppose a death within the guild cannot be ignored by the guild master. I'm Tralena Lent."
Jojo was told not to talk until Steve gave permission, so she somehow bites her tongue.
Steve just goes, Miss Lent, hello, Steve McQueen. I'm,
Come on,
I
Steve, just
assume
negotiate.
You told him your fake name. Did you sign your fake name?
Yes.
Okay, so
He would have read it.
Jennifer
yeah. He's like,
Jackson.
Jennifer Jackson's lawyer. So, I understand this is a series of very serious events that have happened, but my client has been through an emotional issue. She's distraught, and she really needs to sleep before any questioning, and Trina just goes, no. We're going to deal with this. I'm currently working on something. I'm very busy. There is no later. We will handle this now.
Jojo's just slightly hyperventilating.
She reaches over and picks up the paper of the things you've admitted to, and she's reading through it. So, Mr. McQueen, this is a interesting series of events. Does your client have any explanations for why her mental condition continued whilst other abilities that would have broken it sooner were used? And Steve just goes, my client is not a magic caster. She doesn't deal in magic. She doesn't understand magic. This is what happened, and this is how she understands it. He's like just like hard line going, nope, don't know what's going on. No answers for you. Da da da. Like basically like being like, these are the answers we have for you. This is what you're getting. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Jojo nods emphatically.
Trina just kind of goes, okay. we obviously need to recover Allie's body. Her daughter will probably want to say goodbye.
A tear goes down Jojo's eye.
Fake that cry. So good.
Maybe we can bring her back. There's money in the accounts for that. And if not, I'll try to make it happen. So here's what's going to happen, Miss Jackson. Going to be released upon your own recognizance. And you'll be contacted, or your lawyer will be contacted, when and if we have more questions for you. There's going to be a full investigation. And as much as I would like to just boot you from the guild, Jack has said that you're someone who he thinks can go far if given the chance to succeed. And I tend to trust his instincts. So I'm going to let you go. You're going to be off work for 2 weeks. It will be paid, as we don't know if you did anything wrong, and the investigation is ongoing. Do you have any questions for me at this time?
Oh, ma'am.
You may go. As she reaches over and unlocks your things as gets up. Steve goes, "Excuse me, miss, would you like a card, some way to contact me?" And she just kind of, as she's leaving, she goes, "I have your information." As she walks out. Steve just goes, "Okay, let's go. Get you something to eat. Get you in bed." As he leads you out, and there's a cart, like the carriage is there. As he takes you to the carriage, and you roll off. Dawn is kind of breaking at this point.
And I don't say anything until we're in the carriage and
Yeah.
rolling away from all
Yeah.
the people. Like, what about Wolfgang?
Wolfgang's down there?
Yeah, they got him. I couldn't do enough. He went unconscious. I saw them stabilize him.
Okay, there's not much I can do about it on this end. We have to get back to the people.
Hurry. I'll stay up through morning meeting.
He goes and sticks his head out and goes, "Hey!" As a familiar voice goes, "What?" "Make me wait in the fucking carriage."
Molly.
He goes,
Sobbing.
yeah, he goes, "They have Wolfgang. Spread it." She goes, and this bird comes and lands down in front of her as she picks it up and goes, "Take it to your master." As she gives a little piece of paper to it and throws it.
She's just outdoing you. You realize it, right?
Hey, she's using my ideas and my ravens. It's fine. That's what I got him for. And she's a spy network and they're spies.
Raven spies. Gah!
That's totally Raven.
God.
So, as you guys get back, I imagine there's not anything else you're really doing besides silently, quietly freaking out. You do have your stuff back.
Okay, good. That's really
So
good.
all of your equipment was returned to you.
That's wild. I go and ask for I go to the bar because I'm just gonna stay up through the morning meeting and then I'll go to sleep. I go and ask for the hardest liquor.
Okay, so you get a large glass of fairly strong bourbon.
And then I ask for a whole bunch of honey.
They give you a little pot of honey.
And I pour all of the honey into the bourbon, and then I chug it.
Okay, honey and bourbon goes together actually pretty well.
Yeah, honey
But
goes with everything.
It's still,
It still burns.
It's aggressively bourbon, just filled with honey.
Well,
it's a little
I
weird.
kind of imagined that she didn't mix it.
No.
So
Just
it
goopy on the
settled.
bottom.
So it's just bourbon and then goop honey.
Yeah, you tried to do a really weird shot, but yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a con roll.
I'm really
Like
good
con
at those.
save.
I'm really good at those. Don't worry, you guys. I'm really good at
Because
constitution.
it was probably about
I rolled a 2. 10!
So you're pretty drunk. It was like 6 or 7 ounces of bourbon.
And then I ask for some sort of sweet bread. Croissant. Just a roll. Something bready.
Yeah, they give you like a lemon cake.
And then I go up to the morning meeting spot and I wait.
So you're not waiting long, probably 15, 20 minutes before Spartacus comes in and starts setting out. What day is it?
It's gonna be new day after what we were is Thursday.
Yeah, we're Thursday. We were continuing
still
Wednesday.
healthy food.
Jojo is oddly as calm and as still as she's ever been. She's never been this calm and still. And she just patiently waits for Spartacus to do his thing.
Okay. So, there's, like, healthy options are put out.
Once they're all put out, she'll ask Spartacus, is it okay if I get food?
Yes, of course.
And then calmly, like eerily calmly, get herself a plate of food, all of the healthy options, and then slowly eats it like a normal person. This is how she acts when she's drunk.
Of course. Highly polite. Very refined. Quite the lady.
Almost demure.
Almost demure. Very mindful. Very demure. Very cutesy.
Like napkin.
Spartacus, this is a fine spread you've put out today.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We greatly appreciate all of your work.
Yes, well. Ting! As the IKEA is activated.
For Doomstayer, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Wolfgang?
Yes, Molly has informed me.
Okay, cool.
So you guys all gather in, and there's a very quiet and demure person eating healthy options.
What's up with you?
She looks guilty.
So as you all sit down, a raven flies in through the window and hands you the piece of paper, and it just says, "Ask Molly." And as Molly walks over and like hands you a bigger piece of paper, grabs the raven and throws it out the window.
I was going to give him a grave. I go get some grapes and
They get paid on salary. No overtime here.
Open the big paper.
And it just says, "Wait for the meeting."
Just her eye. No, her ear just twitches a little. Goes and hands it to the next person.
Maribel, have you heard the news?
No, I'm waiting for the meeting.
Oh, Wolfgang, he's been captured.
By who?
Cleaner's Guild.
What?
It's his own fault.
I also did not tell anyone that Yes, I'm going to take a force of skeletons and go into the...
He wasn't supposed to come down yet. I was on work. It all went bad.
Okay.
Eat
Did
more
he just
healthy
get
vegetables.
Did he just get captured for being down there?
He might have murdered a couple of people.
Do they know he murdered a couple people? Because usually he gets rid of bodies.
Did you tell them he murdered people?
I didn't say anything about him. Except for that he mind controlled me.
Did he?
No. Why would he? I'm on his side.
So did people die during this?
Yes, one. I murdered her. Actually, he didn't murder anyone.
He's really bad at his job.
He's not very good at his job. He came in, fucked up my day, had me murder a nice person. What was I supposed to do? Fight Wolfgang?
Have a nice glass of milk.
Thank you.
Chug.
look over at Steve. Is there a fine we can pay or something?
For
Or
murder? The murder fine?
She just said he didn't kill anyone.
What they know is that he mind controlled me to kill them.
Yeah, so technically, he used her as a weapon for murder.
oh, okay.
On top of which, the assault that he did by himself.
A lot
okay.
of assault. A lot of assault.
So legally standing, not a good chance of getting him out.
Murdered a civic worker, disregarded orders to vacate, summoning skeletons without a license or some such. No, we're not. It's not looking good. Assault, mind control. That's not legal.
That one wasn't true, though. I kind of feel bad about saying it, but
Well, you did pile on.
Okay.
Can't we just get the body?
Of what?
His.
Wolfgang's?
Yeah.
I mean, I currently don't have a connection to do that.
Well, presumably they'll eventually execute him, then we just get the body.
I mean, I was told that's what they did with Yank.
Yes, I suppose we could.
Do they do anything special to prevent people from coming back from the dead?
I mean, yeah, and usually in murder cases, if it's a charged thing, resurrection is not a thing.
What about reincarnation?
Like
as a zombie?
No, as in a
As
entirely
in I'd have a new
different
face.
It's what he would like. The zombie. That's how I'd like to go out.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
You know how to...
It's druid. Reincarnate is a druid thing.
Oh, no, that would be a resurrection.
Oh, okay.
So, how difficult, from the people who showed up over there, how difficult would it be for us to pull him out of there?
It's a group of people who are... I don't know. Asking her would probably be better for their combat abilities, but there was a goodly
they're
number of them
pretty
there.
strong. They're like weirdly strong.
Did they tell the guards, or are they just holding them in the sewer place?
I didn't deal with him.
Oh.
I called him as my lawyer because I'm their employee, so I was advised to get my lawyer by my boss.
That's good.
He's really cool. We also met Tralena.
What did you learn from Tralena?
Oh, she's also
Says
investigating
the
things.
metagaming pigeon.
Yes, I do.
Gaming
We
pigeon.
got something out of this. I might be dying over it. We're getting the information to the party.
I don't. She alluded to things, Jojo. I don't know.
She's doing investigations. It took her a very long time to get there.
Yes. And she was very adamant about getting things questioned then, and we avoided all questions.
So we at least know what she looks like now.
Yes.
Molly, has anybody actually seen her around investigating things?
Molly just kind of goes, I haven't actually asked. I mean, she looks like a Holstein. Like,
A big cow lady?
yeah, she's Holstein. So she's, white with black spots or black with white. I'm not sure how that works. She's Holstein-esque in coloration. I mean, it's relatively distinctive. I don't remember seeing her, though.
Well, the question is, do we want to get the boys, go to the sewers, and just rush the place? Or would that call the guards, or would we just kill a bunch of sewer workers then disappear?
That's what I would do.
I didn't see anything that would immediately call the guards. The sewer workers are capable, so they usually don't call and ask for help.
You do know where my skeletons were taking the body back to their area, and you may not, but the rest of them know where.
Yeah, I do know that Wolfgang took the alley with the skeletons to wherever the skeletons go. Wherever he holds his skelly boys.
Across the street from under the mansion. Yeah.
So,
I don't
Up
know.
the street, but yeah.
Bless you.
sorry, I'm not used to eating healthy. But
Would knowing
Spartacus is just like making you salads and like
she
he's
eats it. She's just so
he's
stressed.
literally trying to get your vitamins and minerals in.
She just eats everything that's put in front of her right now because she's so stressed.
Your lack of dietary consistency is causing him problems emotionally.
But he had a couple, two or three of his Skelly boys take Allie's body to wherever the Skelly boys go, and they're gonna be looking for her body. We gotta get rid of it. Also, she unfortunately had a daughter. That's sad. Her daughter's without a mom. We should steal her daughter and raise her as a criminal.
We'll call
It's
that
the
plan.
best life for Allie's daughter.
We'll call that plan B.
We also call that plan adoption.
Yeah, we need to adopt her. That's the most important thing right now. Wolfgang saving too. So Wolfgang first, then
Wolfgang
adopting.
needs to adopt.
Wolfgang would be Mother June should adopt Allie's daughter. Mother June would be a really good mother.
Okay,
Honestly, Mother June should be my mom.
Okay, so we're just making sure it's not you adopting her like you adopted Bubbles.
No. I'm too emotionally fragile right now to take care of
A child.
things.
Or child.
Here's the multivitamin.
There's no more liquids in front of her. She's like, how do I bite it?
It's like a cup of tea appears.
Okay.
No, it's a pill. You just swallow it.
So,
You have to have a liquid to drink a pill.
No,
No,
you just
you
dry
just-
swallow
you just-
them. It's super
yes.
easy.
You just fill your hand and
Not
bow,
with
down
no-
the hatch.
No.
It's really easy. I did it since I was a kid.
Not when you get food stuck
Yeah, she's
on a regular basis and have esophagus problems.
Well, they
They
have
probably make
to.
a pill for that.
You just can't swallow it.
It is
I
hard to swallow.
couldn't take it when I was a kid. I had to have it mixed in pudding, and it was really gross.
What, pudding?
No, the medicine flavored pudding. It ruined vanilla pudding for me. It always tastes like medicine.
Unfortunate.
I like chocolate though.
So, presumably, they will still have to do their normal cleaners work for the day-to-day stuff. Getting into the place isn't hard, right? Since you and Molly went to work, you just...
Molly's still an employee there. I'm not supposed to go back for another 2 weeks while they're doing the investigation.
Well, the place where he... do you actually know the place where he was?
I don't know where he was taken, but I know that they took him in with me at the same time. Because we were stopped by two. It was an assassin guy and a fancy monk dude. He had a really fancy staff. The staff was doing most of the weird circle magic.
Don't you have a map?
Oh, I have a map. Map.
and so
You probably wouldn't have the map, like the survey map, unless they took it with Allie's body.
Allie's
Okay.
body would have it.
If it would be on Allie's body,
Yeah,
okay. I thought
it would
she also
probably-
was given a copy, but
No, Allie usually had
okay.
the actual.
Then
map.
it probably
was just
it
on-
would have been with Allie's body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never mind. I've seen a map.
Well, I put my map down of the mostly traced out stuff.
Well, the more important part that you're looking for is probably the base area.
Well, yeah.
Can I see where I reported to on the map?
You see a lot of the tunnels that would lead to where you reported to on the map, but you don't need a map to navigate those tunnels anymore.
Right. I know how to navigate the tunnels, but I'm
So
scared to go down there.
I'll explain what I'm trying to get at. Is the point is if they have the map, she could be like, here's where I went this way and they took his body this way.
Oh, the map doesn't cover the actual base.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just we would go to where they entered the sewers from and it go up into their base.
Yeah, you were knocked out, so you would have at least known when you separated from
Yeah, you would
Wolfgang.
know that he,
Okay.
he went into an area that you had never been before.
Yeah, I just hadn't been there. Oh, you're right. You did tell me
Okay,
that.
so, but you at least know the direction.
Yes.
Yeah, you would.
So, presumably they'd still have their regular day-to-day. How, from what you could tell, do you have any idea how many people remain at base? Like maybe your supervisor and probably a guard to at least keep him under wraps.
Would I know if Jack B. Nimble has a guard with him? Like another...
You know that there's
They go out
usually
in twos.
Yes, and you start later than everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Which is why you usually just saw Jack and Allie. Because
Okay.
you deliberately started later so that you could make it to the Monday meetings, remember?
No, I don't start later. I now skip Monday meetings on those days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I go in... Sorry, I have it written
Like
down.
9 o'clock?
Yeah, show up at 9:30. The morning meetings is at 9, and we always go longer than just half an hour. I have to get over there,
And you can't teleport.
and I can't teleport. So yeah, no, I skip morning meetings, and I shifted my days so it'd be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so I could still make Monday
Okay.
money days.
So you generally just see Allie in them.
Yeah.
So there's other people who are in the sewers and other shifts because you remember seeing the
Right.
schedule.
So yeah, so there's
sewer workers and then there's people who kind of hang out there.
there's people that just hang out there.
Yeah, some of them like that's where some people take lunch breaks there. There's people who stop by.
Okay.
There's continued education programs
Yeah.
and stuff like that they do
Yeah.
through there.
I mean, I paid attention in orientation, so I'll just regurgitate as much of information as
So
possible.
there is like a standard number of people there, but there's like rotating staff too. Like there's usually healers on hand, and there's containment experts who are on hand,
Yeah.
and things of that nature.
Again, just regurgitate as much as you can. She's also JoJo, so lets you know. Less clear.
Okay. Well, they'll have to probably at least deal with the fact that they might be a little short-staffed, given that you're out and they're down a member.
I
Two
think they're
members.
used to it. Like they're very used to.
Yeah, people die.
People die. You're trained and told that the newer members run as the senior member fights the thing, and then people just die. They are so used to people dying that they're not gonna be like really understaffed.
It's one of the reasons why the benefit packages are so good,
Yeah.
and why they're like, oh, you have anger issues? We do have anger management and like continued education and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it's where a lot of people go who are even falling through the cracks or have social issues or things of that nature.
Like honestly, all of the people, like even Allie wasn't as strong as those guys, but she wasn't weak by any means. Like she did pretty good damage to Wolfgang. She was taken down pretty easily, so maybe not the tankiest of girls, but
Oh, the other thing is that most of the groups have someone who does tanky stuff and someone who does range and observation stuff.
Oh, so was she my range and observation? I was the tanky girl. I'll explain that too then.
Yeah. Also, a good idea to at least get the descriptions of the people that attacked you and Wolfgang, so we know what.
Oh, I can fully describe those because I saw the assassin, right? Finally, and then the dwarf.
Yeah,
Wasn't
you
it a
saw
dwarf?
Yeah, it was a dwarf.
Oh.
You don't have names for them?
No, they didn't have name badges on them, right?
Yeah, they don't wear name tags.
Yeah. People don't last long enough.
You don't interact with the public enough.
That too.
So,
Blitz it?
well, first thing, Doomstayer, go ahead and get rid of the body that would have been down in the sewer lab area.
Oh, yeah, I can take care of that.
Thank you. So,
Who's in control of the corpses down there?
They obviously don't know. But if it's been, I believe, less than 24 hours, I still, unless someone else has attuned to the orb, it would still be under me, and they would still just be idle.
Okay.
Because he's not dead. He definitely was not dead. And I don't think they would want to kill him right away. I think they'd want to question him because Allie had said that there had been lots of attacks from skeletons before.
So
they kind of had him as
What does the corpse look like?
Allie?
Yeah.
I describe Allie as a centaur girl.
As a horse.
Horse girl.
He's a horse.
As a horse girl. Okay,
As
I'm
a
looking for a girl who's into horses.
No, this girl's also part horse. Centaur. That's the word.
So she's kind of into horses.
At least half.
Just
Two rib cages. Weird.
the torso part.
It's just how it is.
Are there 2 hearts?
I know, I think
They're
it's more
fake,
like
they're weird.
protect.
Look over at Austin.
And his unicorn horn.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't slept all night. I was just kept up. Bored. Anxious.
Okay, I'm gonna... Anything else for me? Should I go and take care of that real quick?
That's good on your
Just
end.
destroy the body, take the stuff,
Yep.
map.
Yeah.
Everything else gone besides map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent. I have this acid I've wanted to play with for a while. Wanders off.
he would.
Yeah.
I believe we had him make acid.
Yes, we do, and we still have quite a bit of it.
Okay, so he wanders off.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
Doomsday, yeah.
So the IKEA is unattended right now.
Yes, the IKEA is currently unattended.
Anyway, so we've got the potential option of going in. Well, I suppose there's the option of just doing nothing, but the other options that we have is we could try to go in disguised as members of the cleaning guild and try to make our way to get to wherever Wolfgang is to let him out.
Well, that was what Molly and I were doing the first day. That's how we got jobs. Was they immediately noticed that we weren't part of the Cleaners Guild, and so we said we were new hires, and then we got onboarded.
Or we take like 30 dudes through the sewers and just burst up through the basement.
Yep, that's the other option, is just brute force it.
It's like, if we want to get him back, I think brute force versus more subterfuge might work better. Especially if he doesn't really have a legal leg to stand on. And we can't just resurrect his body.
I'm just wondering what sketchy stuff Tralena is up to.
Yeah.
You say to the wall.
If I'm awake in the morning, then I'm definitely like trying to use the sink, and I'm like trying to clean myself up to be more presentable.
Well, you turn the sink on, and the water's just spilling onto the floor. Because you've taken apart the eggs that drain to get your piece of copper.
Fine.
It's working, isn't it?
It's water.
Yeah. Then I turn it on low and use the water because I'm cleaning myself. You know, whatever. And if there's a little water on their floor, that's their floor. They should have had a better sink.
That looks like their problem.
So, quick question: how much water can he get out, and is the door watertight?
And is there a drain in the floor?
That.
Brute force might be the best way, but if there's a way
Medical
to
room,
like
there should be
hide who we are, that might be better.
Anyone have
Mo-
seeming?
Yeah, Molly, can you get us, disguises? Or, I want to say a cake that has pistachios in it, but I know that's not right.
Okay.
Name file?
Balaclava, not baklava. Just disguises to hide our identities.
I can get you baklava. For the if anyone's curious, I
Kinder
can
Goody
get.
makes really good baklava.
Yes, he does.
It's the best baklava I've ever had in my entire life.
So baklava's not that difficult.
Honestly, could we
Balaclava's
get...
not that difficult. I wouldn't call that a disguise so much as disguising yourself to look like a menace.
Yeah, we're going to be like 40 dudes running into their basement and killing everyone. We're going to be menaces.
So
we just don't want them to see
you just
who
want
we...
me to get a crap ton of, like, face masks and hoods.
Yeah.
Separately, Spartacus, can I get baklava?
Oh,
she
it's
looks
her.
up to Spartacus. She goes, trade? He goes, trade.
Source Master Hood. Molly!
Hey, she's our rogue. She's obviously in charge of all the masks and
Molly?
hoods.
Her team already has disguises, which, by the way, are better than that.
Yes. We don't know that, though. No one's ever talked to her about her division.
But
Yeah, JoJo knows.
Yeah.
I know! They're fucking cool.
Molly, since Tralena actually appeared and we'd been looking for her, do we have a tail on her right now?
I was by myself when she
She
came in
didn't-
and out.
she
and
didn't-
She
she
flew
wasn't.
in on a broom, and then she got left and flew back out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't in the interrogation room with us. It was just me and Steve. Steve's such a good lawyer. We should probably pay him more.
Yes, I agree with her. You should pay me more. I could do a couple extra percentages. I could use them for things and stuff.
Get Richter off and convince us you're worth it.
I haven't been hired for him.
Is it
It would kind of look a little
is it a conflict of interest if you're also his lawyer?
It would look weird. It looked pretty suspicious.
Let's hope they don't come in and say, "Who's your lawyer?" Because I don't know. And I do know who I'm supposed to say for that.
It's Steve McQueen. He's my lawyer.
So you guys knew each other beforehand.
Look,
No, we just know the same lawyer.
I have a lot of clients.
All right.
I hand out a lot of cards.
He was very insistent on handing out cards last night.
How
So-
else do you build a business in the city?
So the prosecution from Queen and Queen and the defendant from Queen and Queen.
We've investigated ourselves and found no signs of jurisprudence. We're fine. No
That's
conflict of interest.
Hey, that's how self-regulation in industries go.
Yeah.
We looked at ourselves. We're not doing anything wrong.
We're good. We are capable of being completely impartial and representing both clients adequately.
Yeah, you can also hire us for third-party services to investigate.
As an impartial
It's an
party.
impartial investigation.
Well, I could probably send one of the other lawyers in my firm.
Yeah, do that. Don't let Wolfgang die. I mean, he kind of sucks, but he's also kind of cute.
Well, it's a McLean and Wolfer, so
Well,
I could probably send Wolfer.
Yeah.
no. Well, the question is do we want to have this like whatever too many pokers in the fire type situation?
Yeah, I say we'll just get a whole bunch.
It's like.
Well, Wolfer doesn't know the gang about us. He's not a member of the Pyre.
Yeah.
He's just my business partner and, the other senior partner in the firm.
It
Has
also
no idea about any of this.
it would also be
fine.
real bad if he was in there and then we stormed and
I gotta be perfectly honest, I file a lot of things through Lawrence, and if we go down, Lawrence is screwed. So at this point, we could probably use him pretty willy-nilly. Because
you've incriminated the crap out of him.
I've put every bad thing I've ever done under his name.
That's really smart. I'm doing it underneath Jennifer Jackson. That's who I am, by the way, to the Cleaners Guild.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
But yeah, and so we actually need to decide on a plan of action. Because are we really going to leave it up to legal to handle this?
No, that seems
Because
like
it doesn't seem
As
like
a representative legal, you probably shouldn't.
yeah.
yeah, and it's like this doesn't seem like a legal type of situation.
No,
They've got him dead nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So-
I think we're better off going in and guns.
The only
blazing.
real defense they have to get me off on legal is for it to actually be her.
Yeah.
Wolfgang, JoJo.
Stop it! I'm trying to get both of us.
But
I don't know.
Molly,
It sounds like it'd be really easy to keep one of you. It sounds like it'd be hard to get both.
Molly, how difficult would you assess it be for us to be able to successfully extract Wolfgang and potentially get his belongings?
Probably about a 7.
Out of
10.
Okay.
I take those odds.
7's a big number.
It's like
Pretty big.
with your already in at the cleaners
It's
guild.
not. It's
would
not a
you-
big number.
Oh,
It's
I haven't shown
wrong.
for
You're
work.
absolutely wrong.
Right.
It's
Well,
not a
the
big
question
number
is,
at all.
would you be able to locate him and his things potentially?
I mean, if I break in, yeah.
Yeah.
It's there. So
Sure,
there's,
Molly
like,
still ought to be there.
There's 2 ways in, from the sewers and from the front
Mhm.
that I know about.
Is the sewers locked?
Yes.
Do you have a key for that?
No.
No, but we lockpicked.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I didn't know if you guys had.
no, we don't have keys for any either. of the
We're
doors.
very grunt. I hadn't worked my way up
So-
yet.
And we told Richter to destroy everything except the map. So if there is a key, he's probably melting it right now.
So. Richter.
Or not Richter.
Wolfgang.
Doomsday.
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 So, if you come in or out, it's pretty obvious when you're coming in and out. It's well lit. You're visible.
You're very visible.
Well, I still
Like,
think going through
decisions.
the sewer is better than trying to do through the streets.
Okay, but that's not like sneaking in would be difficult for me.
Yeah.
Can be done. Getting him out with his things is a lot harder.
Yeah.
The
No,
man-
that wasn't what I was.
He might as well wear tap shoes.
Yeah.
He's so
No.
loud.
I wasn't asking you to extract him. I was just wondering if you would be able to identify where him and his things were, and then tell us that info. Would you?
I
Would
can
that?
try. That's still a 7 though.
Okay.
Like sneaking in, finding his stuff, and him, and then getting out without getting caught. From what I understand it, I can try.
You might have to work another day there. You didn't like it.
Yeah.
Working would put me in the sewers. That's not helpful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So mine is still just bum rush the basement and murder everyone we need to.
I'm okay with that.
Everyone else? Do we have any better plans?
Separately. Could you look into Jack Be Nimble, find out his family, get blackmail on him, get him to become an ally for us, and then have him sneak us into things?
Give me a couple weeks.
We don't have weeks. Okay, never mind. Thank you.
I mean, it seems pretty easy. We're just making a choice, one or the other.
So
We could kill JoJo and make it look like a suicide to get Richter off of the
I
things
pull
he
my
has to do.
sunblade onto him.
We can bring you back.
You're not murdering me, asshole.
Well, then we'll just have to let JoJo murder Richter.
or we just murder whoever in the cleaning guild's in our way and take Richter.
I'm just
And
saying,
make him
Molly-
change his
Molly
face
says,
again.
Says it would be hard.
Well, sneaking in and sneaking him out would be hard. Murdering everyone, I don't know if that was a 7.
I don't know. Do we have even an idea of a assessment of how many people we'd be dealing with here?
A lot.
If we
They
pick-
had high employment
least
numbers.
Well,
6. Minimum 6.
Minimum 6.
okay.
Maximum 20, 30.
Well, we would definitely want to try to do it during a slow time.
Yes, I'm not sure when that is.
I feel like, is it pretty dead whenever I leave? I leave around 11 something.
Yeah, I'm just... You have high passive perception, right?
Yeah, I have a 17.
as you're leaving, you know that there have been people who moved through because of like coffee levels, trash, lunch things, like lockers have been opened and or closed. There's detritus of people moving through the spaces.
Right.
And you're aware that whilst you don't really see them when you're leaving, there's a lot of stuff that has been moved.
And I think it's because there's still plenty more people there, rather than the fact that they all left.
So in the room full of lockers and things like that, there's like 60 lockers.
Okay. So probably like 60-ish employees.
Like kind of on a maximum end.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're fully staffed right now, but
Well, no, they're obviously down at least 3 members.
you're right. Molly hasn't been showing up for her shifts. I've been saying she's sick.
Not a good sign of a new job.
But our other thing to know is that so we've got the one topside entrance, and then the rest would have to be done through the sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as you know, there's 2 entrances. There's a top side and there's a sewer entrance.
Yeah.
If we wanted to really get it, I could, go to the top side and wall it off with wall stone. Just put, a couple, 3, because we've seen this place before. There are no windows or anything up in the top building, just that door.
Oh, it's a door that leads underground, so no, there's no windows.
Yeah.
So we could, keep is one of my more powerful spells, but we could keep that entrance, locked away. So they wouldn't have runners.
Maybe. Don't know. JoJo's not good at strategizing, and neither is Beth.
So I say we get, like 30 fighter boys and 20 rogue boys and just roll up with 50 people.
Well, we could definitely have, if you want to use that to block off the main entrance, and what we could do is set up essentially a bunch of timing, since probably be smart to at least have people come in from the different potential like runway exits, so that we could time it to where we essentially just pincer attack the place from both the sewer side and from the main entrance side, and then you can close the main entrance off, so that we wouldn't have people both either running out through the main exit or running into the sewers and escaping out into the streets from whatever sewer exit.
I know we've talked about them. Do you still have message stones?
Yeah, we still got sending stones, but that would be on Richter's possession somewhere.
Oh, I didn't know if you have
Wolfgang's.
more of them.
You have to go to the stone place and get more added to the network.
Yeah. I don't remember offhand how many of those we've got. I'd have to look into it.
Well, yeah, I could, go with like 10 to 15 rogue boys, have them all meet up at a time in front of the guild, then all just run in, close the door, and start walling it off from the inside. And then it would just be a timing. We have watches and stuff, right?
Like people watching you?
No, as timekeeping devices with precision.
Nope.
No.
That's not a utility magic option?
I mean, it is. You don't have any.
Let's get someone on that.
It's like, could we send, as we're gathering people, send, someone to pick us up to so we can sync them?
I mean, yeah, you can go buy watches if you want to buy watches.
Hey, we're strategizing and actually want it to work. And we're trying not to, have the same problem as, sneaking around the back of the place while our zombies take fire. So we actually want to be in sync of attacking both the upper and lower.
Oh no, that was Backstreet Boys.
So I think we might actually have like either 4 or 5 sending stones, because Richter's got one, I've got one. Molly was given one at one point, but then she ended up returning it back to Wolfgang.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jake might actually have one, because I do have a note here that we had the one that we received from Yank. So we had to give up his bag of holding that he had as part of whatever that deal, but his sending stone was returned to us.
Okay, so there is an extra.
Yeah, an extra. But the one that Molly had for me and gave back, that was mine.
Yeah.
So that's not an extra. I think
Yeah,
we might be
that-
down 3. We lost one of them, but got one back.
Yeah. So we
don't
have the one that Yank had, the one that I've got, and the one that Richter has, and then we also paid $500 to add 2 additional ones to the array.
Oh, did we? Then we probably all have one at this point.
Oh, okay.
I probably paid that because that was what added the extra 2 for everyone to...
Okay, so
Yeah, Mary definitely's got one.
I don't have one.
Oh, look, I even have it written down. It's just on the back of the page. Sending stone.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't have one. No one gave me.
Well, you would have to get the one that basically, like, Jake's got, I think, is who's got the 5th one right now.
It's
So-
fine. JoJo doesn't need to communicate with people. She's really good at working on her own.
Really?
Okay, then.
I say that as a slight threat.
So,
Like,
if we were going to be coming, at the base, how many, like, sewer pathways lead to the base? Like, how many branch off from where the sewer...
I would know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say the answer.
So it's kind of attached to one long tunnel, but there's probably 4 different ways to get to that long tunnel.
Okay.
Yes.
are there people standing there watching that one long tunnel? Like,
Not that
No.
you've ever seen.
No. They just keep moving through. Like, you have your designated areas of watching.
I have an idea for the character if things work out.
oh, your character?
Yes, for my character, of how things can be done fun. It's all does your plan work? If I'm done, whatever. I have another...
You're talking about your next character. How
No, I have an idea for how...
Oh, Wolfgang Richter
Yeah.
can do stuff after he gets saved? Okay. So, we have...
So,
Like,
He's
20
excited, so we have to save him now.
I also like my
So-
next character idea, too. Either way is fine.
Okay.
so there's
You
one
can be
big...
Jim.
Yeah, be my Jim.
He has magical items and a bag holding.
It's kind of weak, though.
So, we've got the tunnel that has 4 different potential angles of approach, and then we have the topside entrance. So, we could have essentially us split into teams of 5, and then have everybody approach. You would have to be at the main entrance because you're the one who's planning on sealing that off. So you would probably at least need somebody there with you that would be
I
able
was
to pick the
planning
lock, or
that and
or-
like 5 to 10 boys, because I have to keep concentration on it for a little bit, for a minute,
okay.
or is it 10 minutes?
I think it's 10 for permanency.
10
Yeah.
minutes.
10 minutes. Or, I look on my different maps of what I've seen in the sewers versus the topside maps. Like, is there an entrance from the topside that's like one of the manhole covers or other entrances near there? Like, could I be outside the building, walled off, then go down into the sewers quickly?
probably within 10 to 15 minutes you could make it your ways to the sewers.
Or could you walk through stone? Isn't there like a walk through, like a meld through stone spell?
There is. I don't have it, and the point is to put up a new wall.
Right, but then you could walk through it. No.
Oh.
I think meld with stone is that worked or is it unworked?
Either way, you don't travel through it. You just hide, like just below the surface.
It doesn't allow you to travel through stone.
I thought there was a way to walk through it. So that's my bad.
It's like an 8th level pass wall.
Oh.
You could do it through pass wall. You could just dimension door to the other side of it. You could
No line of sight.
Dimension door doesn't require a line of sight.
Oh, I don't have dimension door. I have face step.
that requires line of sight.
Yeah.
There's some weird tunneling stuff that you can do.
Okay.
Higher level stuff.
Never mind then.
Or you could just beat him until his concentration breaks, or just smash through the wall. It's got HP.
It does, but it's like 20 or 15 AC with 30 health per inch, and I would be putting multiple feet just in a hallway.
Yeah.
So, good luck breaking through that in the 10 minutes.
Oh, quick, buy some marvelous pigments.
Yeah.
Okay.
The walls are 6 inches thick, and there's 10 of them.
Yes. So,
5 feet.
60 inches.
Yeah, 5 feet.
So it's just, if you wall stone a 5-foot cube, gotcha. No, a 10 by 10 foot cube.
30 hit points per inch.
So, we could essentially put one of each of us in charge of a team for the tunnels, and then all just kind of close in on the place.
Yeah, but that would have possibly a smaller group in hitting one of their, 2-man teams down there.
This is true.
Versus, I would say, just go as a big group and dash in.
Pick one entrance from it. Pick the closest one.
It's like we could do that, or we could double up. The whole idea of being able to come in on all sides would just be to get rid of people
Well, it's
fleeing.
one entrance into it. It's just a long hallway with 4 ways into the hallway.
No one would know to flee if you all hit that hallway. It's like, kill anyone you meet on the way there, then just go up into the building. No one knows to flee before that, because they don't have message stones.
So I feel like this is going to take you guys quite some time to continue figuring out. I don't think our lovely audience has to be here for it. So, hey, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Come back and join us again. Check out other things on the channel. Bye.